Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. It's a sad day in the professional wrestling world because as of June 1st, 2025, R-Truth is getting released by WWE. He announced this on his social media, and, because of R-Truth's character and his antics and how funny he is and the jokes he likes to play, people at first were not very sure if this was real or not. Then it got reported from some other news outlets. Then you saw some other WWE superstars posting about it. So it is true. R-Truth is getting released. Now, we don't know if they tried to come to terms with another contract and he just didn't agree to it, or WWE just said, after your contract expires, we're done, we're releasing you, and that's it. Now, I don't know all the sides of the story. We don't know all the inside details. We don't know the conversations that were had. But all in all, we do know that R-Truth is getting released, and it's one of the worst things to happen to WWE in a long time. Why? Not because R-Truth is like I don't know. Like, R-Truth is just like a beautiful thing and a great thing for WWE. When you're traveling as much as these guys do, like 52 weeks a year, you need someone around who brings up the energy, who brings up the morale, who's funny, who's kind, who's passionate, who does everything great for the people around him and is undeniably loved by everyone. That's what R-Truth is. Now, a lot of times, those that weren't getting TV time were getting a lot of house show time. And now house shows are gone. That's not happening. And so there's it's only really about this like TV in-ring product, and TKO is taking over that and creating a worse and worse product as we move forward, as we can see. But R-Truth is one of those guys that's just undeniably loved by everyone. I mean, you can go on social media right now and search some of your favorite stars, The Miz, Kevin Owens, Karrion Kross, the list goes on and on and on about everyone who just loved R-Truth. I mean, a lot of people are saying that this R-Truth's release is total nonsense. That this regime is ruthless. Like, those are the things that are coming up because R-Truth got released. And so I think it's terrible. I don't know if they did, but they should have offered him any sort of deal. Maybe they don't want him in the ring anymore. The dude's like, I think, somewhere between 52 and 55 years old, but he still looks amazing. He still moves amazing. He's been one of the, most over people in the history of wrestling, most loved people in the history of wrestling. It's not always about what you do in the ring. It's about how you make people feel. And R-Truth makes people laugh. He makes people feel entertained. I mean, his last segment was wrestling John Cena for the WWE Championship. I mean, we gotta take that. That's awesome. And so I don't know what R-Truth's gonna do now. I wish him the best. I wish he was still in WWE because it would mean better things to come for WWE. But now with this R-Truth, you can really see sort of the current state of WWE, and the current state of WWE is TKO. And yes, the internet wrestling community sometimes has horrible takes, but they do also have a pulse, somewhat of a pulse on sort of the state of the wrestling industry currently in WWE, and it feels like it's just the soul is being sucked out of every fan because the ticket prices are being increased, house shows are going away, all their favorites, not all their favorites, that's an exaggeration, R-Truth is getting released, which means other people might be getting released, the booking has been lazy, the stories haven't been great. I mean, just TKO is so money hungry and money driven that is sort of ruining the essence of the product, and I don't think that's good for anyone because fans come to WWE, we as fans come to WWE to be immersed, to suspend our disbelief, to fall in love with what's happening in the ring, with the stories, and it's really hard when there's so much other stuff happening via TKO through the greed and the money and the ticket sales and the bad stories that we can't just get super drawn in to what's happening. And so the current state of WWE doesn't seem very positive right now. Now, it doesn't mean I'm not going to watch. Of course, I'm going to watch, and most people are still going to watch. But I think TKO is really leaning on that fact that people have been fans for so long, they're just going to keep watching no matter what. Now, that's a terrible way to go about business. TKO and WWE should center and cater their business around the most important thing that they have, which is a large fan base. They should be catering to the fan base about what they want and how they want it, and making things affordable and easy to get to, and understand what drives someone to fall in love with a character or a story, or get immersed, or suspend their disbelief for falling in love with something. Not releasing someone as good as R-Truth for the morale of the boys and girls in the back, and for the humor and the love he's created with the fans. Like, those things are important. But if only thing you're driven by is money, 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 greed, you're not going to put together the best product for the people that are most important to your product, which are the fans. And I think that's really, really important. Yes, I know they're a business. I know it's about making money. I understand all of that dynamic. But in life, if you focus solely on a result or an outcome or just money, you constrict your ability to actually be the best thing you can possibly be. It's like an athlete who only focuses on the outcome. They constrict their ability to be loose and creative. And if a business only focuses on money, they lose really the essence of their business, of their fans, which is really what you want to cater your business to. And then a byproduct of that becomes that you make more money than ever because you are making the customer or the fan happy, and you're not constricting your ability to have these creative thoughts or creative stories that really allow fans to be drawn in to the greatness of professional wrestling. And I think that's really, really important. And I'm not sure if I was going to say anything else, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my brain. But I do think that it's important to understand how important R-Truth is, and how amazing R-Truth is. And we want to give him those flowers. And then we want to understand what his release means to sort of the larger picture in WWE. Because, that's what I was going to say. We know that now, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised. And that idea that R-Truth could get released, someone as good as R-Truth and as loved as R-Truth could get released, puts even more pressure on those now still on the roster. Because they could be the best they could be great, and still something could happen. I mean, life, yes, there is no guarantees in life. The only guarantee in life is uncertainty. But it also creates this unease with the wrestlers in the back about, okay, is this my day to get released? What's going to happen? Even if I do something great, even if I do the best I could possibly do, I still could get released like R-Truth. And it's not the right precedent to set. Now, if you're just floating around, you haven't had a good story, you just really haven't been caught on by the fans, things aren't going well, releases are always going to happen, and they always happen a little bit after WrestleMania. That's just part of the business. You got to have to trim the fat a little bit. I understand all of that. Every release sucks. But just someone like R-Truth hurts even more because he's so beloved, which means it could happen to any one of your superstars. So no one feels safe, which also creates more tension in the back, because the way a business thrives, just like the way a sports team thrives, is off culture. And if everyone's nose and toes are headed in the same direction, thinking about the same thing, having the same vision, but it can't be if all the talent are scared that they're going to lose their job if they don't do exactly what they're supposed to do, exactly how they're supposed to do it. And so that, again, that lacks the creativity that makes professional wrestling great, the storytelling and the authenticity that makes professional wrestling great, is causing some issues in WWE, and that's all part due to the money-hungry greediness of TKO, that has created this current state of WWE. And that's exactly what I think. So please comment down below what you think, and then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.